I'm Tracy Lockwood Beckerman. I'm a registered dietitian in New York City, and it's my job to help you figure out what to eat and why. On this episode of You vs. Food, we're talking about the DASH diet. And no, the Kardashians did not make it up. The word diet has gotten a bad rap lately, with good reason. But when the word diet is used to describe adhering to a certain way of eating that makes your insides feel better and prevents health problems and long-term issues, that's the kind of diet I can stand behind. Enter the DASH diet. DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. And the diet is a way of eating recommended for people hoping to prevent high blood pressure, heart disease, and strokes. So like everyone? But to explain the DASH diet, first we've got to tackle blood pressure and what it is besides what the nurse tells you they're taking with the squeezy contraption thingamabob. In the spirit of the DASH diet, here's the speedy definition of blood pressure. Blood pressure is the speed at which blood moves through your veins. Normal blood pressure is 120/80. According to the American College of Cardiology, blood pressure is segmented out into 4 phases: normal, elevated, hypertension stage 1, and hypertension stage 2. Research shows that high blood pressure is less prevalent in plant-based eaters, and that sodium intake can worsen hypertension. So with a dash of science and a pinch of study, the DASH diet was born. The DASH diet comes down to the following principles: reducing sodium intake, lowering the amount of saturated fats, added sugars, and processed foods you're consuming, and increasing the number of fruits, veggies, low-fat dairy products, and whole grains you're eating. All that being said, a friendly reminder: we do need sodium in the diet for our bodies to function normally, aka our hearts beating and our brains working. The average person should consume between 1,500 and 2,300 milligrams of sodium a day. So I'm not telling you to stay away from it altogether. It's more about being mindful about how much sodium you're eating, particularly if you have heart issues. Some sneaky, salty foods to be aware of are cereals, frozen and canned products, condiments, sauces, and restaurant dishes. If you do decide to try the diet, it's not all too bad because, honey, you've got options. On the diet, you can eat whatever whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and low-fat dairy products you want. You can also eat 3 to 4 servings of nuts, seeds, and legumes per week, and 6 ounces or less of lean proteins like fish, white meat, poultry, tofu, or eggs per day. So that sounds pretty good to me. Really, the only big no-no here is, you guessed it, too much salt. We're just looking out for your heart. Don't be salty about it. The DASH diet suggests no more than 1 teaspoon or 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day, and to limit one's intake of red meat, added sugars, and alcohol, all of which can increase blood pressure. When all is said and salted, I generally recommend the DASH diet to those suffering with high blood pressure or other diabetes-related precursors. The diet is not restrictive of any singular food group like carbs or dairy, but strives to offer lower fat and less processed versions of foods. It doesn't require you to be a top chef because everything you need on this diet can be found at a local supermarket. Convenience is key, and numerous studies have shown that the DASH diet can help with many chronic diseases like diabetes and even cancer prevention. Sounds like A+ all around, class. As with any condition, genetics can be partially to blame. So get to know your family history and talk to your doctor about the best treatment plan for you. All right, got a dash. But don't forget to subscribe to Well+Good's YouTube channel.